Welcome to the very first episode of, oh my gosh, I can't wait to say this, the Unity Code. And if you've been with me since Empower Your Soul, which, chronologically speaking was one episode ago, welcome back. I'm so grateful that you're still here. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome to something brand new. And this is not just a podcast anymore. This is all about an evolution and a revolution. When I started Empower Your Soul, it wasn't because I had this perfectly laid out map or vision or strategy. It's because my spirit team told me to. And for months, I heard the same message: start the podcast, start the podcast. I mean, I avoided it like the plague, but in every reading, in every meditation, they told me to start this podcast. And at first, I didn't understand it. Why me? Why now? Like, what could I possibly have to say that hadn't already been said by somebody else? And after months and months of resistance, I finally said yes. I finally started my podcast in September of 2024. And it's over a year ago. Wow. And I'm so thankful that I did, because Empower Your Soul became the foundation for everything that followed in my life. It helped me reclaim my voice, not the one that I used in boardrooms or business meetings, because that was not me, but my true, authentic voice. The one that laughs inappropriately, the one that cries mid-sentence, God, you've all heard that a lot, and questions everything. It's the voice that doesn't perform, it just simply is. And through that process, something incredible happened. You showed up. You sent emails and messages and DMs thanking me for being so real, for being the sarcastic, savage, messy human that I am. And then it hit me: when we stop editing ourselves, we make space for true connection. And that's what Empower Your Soul gave me, is this realization that authenticity isn't magnetic, it's medicine. And what I didn't see at first is how much that podcast mirrored my own inner world. It carried the same themes I was wrestling with, and never enough, never caught up, always behind. It became my personal diary, which was raw and unfiltered and probably way too emotional than I ever wanted to be. And as beautiful as it was, there came a moment in the not too distant past when I knew this podcast was time for something more. And then everything shifted. I mean, I talked about the timeline jump, right? My energy changed, my rebrand, my frequency, all of it shifted. And I realized that what I've been walking through with all of you in real time wasn't chaos. It was evolution. It was the remembering of somebody I had always been, but never recognized as truly my own. And so through that process, I discovered something powerful. I am not extraordinary because I have some special gift or some higher vibration. I'm extraordinary because I've learned the why, the foundation of how all of this metaphysical stuff, mumbo jumbo, works. And I remember very early into my spiritual journey, my team told me that I needed to learn the universal laws, the rules of the game so deep that I could rewrite the codes of reality. And that is exactly what's happened. And that's when I knew Empower Your Soul had done its job, because it carried me through the reclamation of who I am. And it was time to evolve this podcast, just like I had evolved from empowerment into embodiment, from inspiration to experimentation, because it's not just about empowering your soul anymore. It's about understanding the architecture of energy itself, the frequencies, the patterns, the consciousness that shape our lives. And that's where the Unity Code was born. Now, I'll admit it, when my team gave me that name, I didn't fully understand it, but I felt it in my bones. Because this next chapter isn't about talking, right? It's about exploring. It's about bridging science and spirit, intuition and logic, energy and matter. It's about uncovering this invisible code, this web, as spirit likes to show me, that connects all of us. And that's what this podcast is meant to be, this breathing community experiment, this place where curiosity meets consciousness and where we test what we believe, expand what we know, and challenge what we've all been taught to accept. Because here's the God honest truth. The metaphysical world is not reserved for the gifted. It's not locked behind these secret initiations or cosmic hierarchies, right? Energy is universal. It belongs to all of us. And when we understand in the foundation the why, we can begin to recode our own reality. And so that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to explore the frameworks that shape our world, either from a scientific perspective, spiritual laws, channeled through my spirit team. However I can get the research, I'm going to share it with all of you. And then we're going to learn them and learn how to work with them consciously. Because when we come together with curiosity, with awareness and intention, we don't just shift our lives, we shift the field, we shift the code. And so whether you're here for science, spirit, or the magic of the liminal space of both, welcome. Welcome to the Unity Code. This is going to be our amazing space for exploration, experimentation, and transformation. And together, we're going to expand the art of what's possible.